Right.
Woo!
And that was the Skittles. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Really
Lovely voice.
Yes, exactly. Nice song there. Right. So welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're watching us, Zamil and Sophia. And right now we're going to talk about good money habits, especially for your children. And let's introduce our guests.
Of course, today with us we have the co-founders of Young Money Masters, and with us we have the KCC, which is also a serial entrepreneur, and we have Chu Sian, which is the CEO of LifeChamp. So welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having us here.
No problem. It's our pleasure.
All right, so
First of all, maybe you could tell us more about the Young Money Master.
Oh, okay. Young Money Master is a lifetime financial education program for the young adults and youth from the age of 16 to 25.
Okay.
Basically, it's a lifetime program which starts with a 2-day boot camp where we lay a well foundation in them, and then it follows by a series of lifelong learning experiences for them. It is for their continuous learning and growth.
I see. So what can basically the youth or whoever that joins this boot camp or the lifelong learning process, what can they experience from the Young Money Master?
Oh, firstly, we are going to in this boot camp, in this program, we are going to focus on these 5 pillars. The first pillar is money belief and habits. So in our boot camp, we will train them and fine-tune their money belief. So because we know that money is a result. If you want to change the result, we have to start with the thoughts, with the mindset. So firstly, when they come to the boot camp, they will fine-tune their mindset. They will develop good money values, empowering money belief, and then they will develop good money habits. After this, we'll talk about money management, which is our second pillar.
Okay.
So because we know that in Malaysia, there are about 1.92 million credit card holders who are earning less than 36,000 annual income, but they owe a staggering of 24 billion to the issuers, credit card issuers. So
that's not a good situation. Obviously,
Exactly.
people are encouraged to spend on credit card and rising out of bad money habits.
Well, before we go to the other 3 pillars, how did this idea come about? You know, with the Young Money Master, how did it start? When did it start?
Okay, I started teaching people about money in 1997. So I have a program called Money Mastery, which is an adult program, and 9,000 people have been through that program. It's a 3 days camp followed by coaching, and the 9,000 people come from 20 over different countries. It's a Malaysian program, but we have people coming from UK, US, Thailand, Singapore.
That was
Hong
really
Kong.
timely because it was held during the economic downturn, right? Yeah.
Now, people always come to me and say, Casey, you have this program that has impacted a lot of adults' lives, but what about a program for young people? And I agree, because when they become an adult, maybe it's too late for some of them, you know. So the impact should happen, the influence should happen when they're younger. But I didn't really want to do a young program myself because I'm not young, you know. So I need to look for a young person. And about 2 years ago, I met with Chun Sian, who is one of my students actually, and he came to the program. And he's very, very enthusiastic and passionate about this idea of teaching young people good money habits, which resonates with what I do.
I see.
So we started working on this. We did a lot of research. He did surveys. He went out to talk to about, 1,000 of people, and from there we developed a program. I believe we have something good for the nation, young people especially. It's very important. And the habits of the young people in this country will determine the future of leaders in this country, basically.
And Chun Sian, when did you first start, learning about this, and what made you be interested to become a trainer yourself?
Oh, okay. You have to come back to go back to my background. I'm coming from a very poor background where where our family couldn't even afford a car. So when I was very young, I learned about the importance of money. So when I was in school, I worked, I studied, and I learned to do business to support my lifestyle. So when I was 18 years old, I started to learn investment. So at 19, I started investing in Forex with real money.
Wow.
Then I started in share investment, unit trust, derivative,
Right.
But I realized that not many of my peers know about this subject.
Yes.
I mean, they are living in their comfort zone, but I think to them, this subject is still new to them.
That's right. Very
So, but we
alien,
believe that for us to be able to create wealth and become very successful financially, we have to learn this as young as possible. Because when we are young, we have the capacity to take risks, and we are energetic. We can we can make mistakes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
The same happened. I mean, I have a very similar background with Chun Sen. I grew up in KL. I grew up in a place called Pudu. If you know Pudu, it's not exactly the Bangsar of KL.
Yeah.
And I started my first business when I was 19.
So a similar age
So,
where you both started.
Yeah, and I didn't go to university. So I learned that through experiences and growing up, so and these are things we feel that the young people today should have as part of their growing up experiences.
Okay, so I would like to know, since you both actually had a very rough background and you grew out of it, and you actually are the co-founders of Young Money Masters. So in your opinion, can academic achievement ensure financial success? Because everyone is busy going for education, but does it ensure them financial
And you have different
success?
backgrounds.
Yeah, one of my influence and a friend of mine and my mentor is a guy by the name of Robert Kiyosaki.
Oh, we are so familiar
And,
with that name.
well, my claim to fame is if you get his book Rich Dad Poor Dad,
Yes.
Yeah.
you will turn the acknowledgement page.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can find my name there.
Oh.
Yeah, I was one of his early students.
I see.
And he has very often say that it doesn't matter what school, what university, what college you go to, what it does is just prepare you for a job.
True.
You don't learn about financial things in education. And a lot of time, highly qualified people tend to end up being employees. Well, those who are not so good in school probably end up running their own businesses. So no, I don't think academic qualification has anything to do with financial success, really.
Right. Well, Chun Sen, in your opinion, what should the youth do to equip themselves in terms of knowing more about equip themselves in financial knowledge and also ultimately to be as successful as you?
Besides coming to our camp, that is.
Of course. Yes.
Well, they need to arm themselves with knowledge, financial knowledge, and they can read books, they can read financial news, financial magazines, but most importantly, they have to develop the habit, because if the habit is not there, there's no way they want to do it. They have to have that kind of mindset to be successful.
I see. So
That's the challenging part, right?
Yeah.
Changing mindsets,
Because
right?
Exactly.
the society today doesn't encourage a good habits of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
The
all stems-
society don't encourage that. It's like society and commercialization out there
Correct.
creates bad habits.
True.
And parents are quite lost as to what to do because they sometimes contribute to it.
Yeah.
So you have so Robert say if you don't teach your kid about good money habits, society would, and there will be bad habits basically. So there's a need for that.
Right. So it also stems from the parents on how they should teach their children.
Well, let me give you one example. During my time, which is not your time, my time, if you want a toy, we have to make it ourselves. So this concept called delayed gratification,
Right.
which means
Okay.
you want something, you have to work for it, you have to do something to get it. But today, parents just give because
Yes.
they don't spend much time with the children. They're busy with their jobs or
Yeah.
their career or their business.
Guilt
so
lah,
out
the
of
guilt.
guilt, they, if a child wants something, just give. So that creates that I want something, I want it now. But
Right.
that's not necessarily good in terms of financial habits,
I see. Well, maybe you can share more about the course that you have here at your school. How long is the duration?
Yeah.
Is there
What do we cover?
the fees and all that? Yeah.
Your Young Money Master is a lifetime financial education program where just now you started with a 2-day boot camp
Right.
where we set the foundation. Then after this, we have a series of lifelong learning experiences where every month our students will come back and then we will invite an industry expert to come in and share with them the technical area of investment.
in the
It
real
could
world.
be in the real world. It could be in the area of properties. It could be in the
Okay.
area of share investment. Like this month, early this month, we invited the assistant share investment manager from Public Bank to talk about dividend policy.
Right.
Yep.
So actually called Young Money Masters. Is it only open to the young ones, or basically adults can also join this?
Well, it's
Or the other one comes to the adult program.
So you have also
we
the
have
adult
It's
one,
open
right?
for young adults from the age of 16 to 25.
16 to 25.
We can still make it like
Okay,
that.
can
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Both of you are still
Both,
eligible.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah, with a lot of denial.
So I was still calculating this out. We can join or not?
The program fee is actually 1,990 ringgit.
For those 2 days or
For
for
the whole thing,
lifetime,
whole
for the
package.
lifetime.
Oh, I see.
So they don't have to pay up anymore. We don't upsell you anything. So
I see.
just come in and pay 1,990 ringgit. But we do have a special offer for your audience
Scholarship.
today.
Speaking of which, there is something that you like to also share with us today. The offers is still it's still open, right?
Yep.
And how do you basically train them to be? I mean, okay, let's just say the whole course after the 2 days boot camp, and then is it going to be like on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis or something
Okay.
like that?
In the boot camp, we train them using a very experiential, in a very experiential way.
Yeah.
Where we create a city
Okay.
which is equipped with infrastructure and facilities like bank, college, exchange board, property agency, insurance company, police station, city hall, and so, on.
It's
So
like a
we-
real world.
Okay.
So
we
we
create-
don't do lecturing. Really.
Yeah. Experiential
They-
environment.
They
yeah.
go into this game that they play, like Second Life. You know what I mean?
It's very fun and exciting because we create a simulation
Right.
for them just so they can have an early exposure to the financial and the business world at a young
That's
age.
happening during the boot camp.
That's
lah?
happening during the boot camp. So we teach them using a simulation, games, and very interactive activities. That's during the boot camp where we set the foundation.
Uh-huh.
We also help them to discover their passion.
Okay.
Right.
So because some of them who come in, they don't know what they are going to do in life, because we believe that people should eventually have two kinds of income. The first kind of income is passive income.
Yes.
Okay.
The second income is passion income.
Passion.
Passion income is an income that most people haven't found it yet. So
they
we
don't really
advocate
know
this.
what they want to do. Yeah.
So in our bootcamp, we also help people discover their passion, and then we help them to find a way to get paid for the passion.
I see.
I see.
So coming with
So-
that, we have the passive and the
Passion.
passion income. But then you also mentioned that you're going to bring you will bring experts in the financial sector to actually come into the boot camp or the talks or seminars to actually educate them and
That's-
show your students.
That's
on-
after that.
That's after
the
that.
After the boot
Where we
camp.
do the
Monthly-
monthly
monthly
event.
events, yeah.
I see.
Okay. So that's a monthly.
Monthly
Okay.
event. Every Monday we'll get some new
So it's-
some people coming in to share.
So you start with
So you get more exposure.
Okay, but how do you assure that the students will actually understand the jargons in the
The whole
financial
mechanism.
industry?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Many of them pick up things very fast.
Because they're young.
Yeah.
Like us.
no, I have
and,
I'm a s-
and yeah, and not really. I mean, the people come in also know that they have to. They don't use jargons actually.
I see. Okay.
we also have a student who right after attending a boot camp, she went out and bought her first property.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
earning
After
all
the
this
boot camp.
knowledge.
That-
So
Very.
we're not talking about theory here. We because they are not they are young adults. They're moving into the real world, and that's important part of their life, because if they don't make the right decisions during those stage, it's hard to wind back the clock later on.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that beginning part when they first go out to work, what do they do with the money? What do they focus on? What career path? Things like that becomes critical. And young people nowadays, they don't listen to the parents very much, right?
Yeah.
So they listen to friends, and if they get into the wrong company, then they get in the wrong direction. So
Yeah.
so we teach them to think for themselves. They look at what they want for themselves. Yeah.
So
I
with
see.
1,990, you get this 2-day boot camp and a monthly
Yeah.
sort of like talks
Lifetime.
and workshop for until the age of
Right,
26 or 25. Would you say?
Yep.
Yeah. But
Right.
you are going to tell them about the scholarship. right?
Yeah, tell them.
Okay.
something.
Yeah. Scholarship. Yeah. Please tell
Oh,
us.
we are giving away, because to thank you for having us here, we are giving away
To your
10
listeners.
scholarships.
Okay.
To your
10
listeners.
scholarship to your audience day,
Okay.
and
Make that
it's
8 lah,
worth
because 2 already taken.
Yeah, okay, that'll be fine. That'll be
8
fine.
remaining scholarships for you. Each scholarship is worth 1,500 ringgit.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just have to cover 490 ringgit, because we only want serious people to come in. We
I
cannot
see.
make it entirely free, because we have to get the serious people, the like-minded people who are serious about learning financial and go about creating wealth and becoming financially successful as early as possible to come in. So we are giving away 10 scholarship minus 2, 8 remaining.
What do you have to do?
So what you need to do is to go to our website www.youngmoneymaster.com.
Let's repeat that.
www.youngmoneymaster.com and go to our contact us page, and there's an inquiry form. You just key in the password. The password is I love Hello on 2.
Repeat the password.
Then you'll be entitled to this scholarship.
Right.
It's only open
So-
for the first 10
Yeah.
people. The password is I love Hello on 2.
Right.
And the offers last until tomorrow.
Great. And the scholarship, or through the scholarship, how much do they have to pay instead of 1,000?
It's 490 ringgit.
490.
They only need to pay
instead
490
of
ringgit.
1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
900.
But there's only 8.
There's only 8 left for now. But that's a very
Okay,
good
yeah.
deal, knowing that you don't have to come up with a lump sum of money
So-
to
yeah.
join
Yeah.
this, but you have to make sure that you are actually serious about joining the Young Money Masters.
That's right. Yep. So www.youngmoneymaster.com. Right? So that is the
Master.
Master, right?
Master.
Okay. So youngmoneymaster.com is the website for you to go to, and also if you'd like to know about the scholarship and all the information about Young Money Master and what they're doing, and especially just grab that scholarship. 2 taken already. Sorry.
I remember the promo code is I love Hello on 2, so you
Yeah.
cannot forget that.
Okay, so we'd like to
Alright.
thank you once again for coming to the studio and enlighten us about this topic. And yeah, it's really good that we are actually encouraging all this youth, especially in Malaysia, on how to handle their money matters better.
It's also great to know that
Thank you for having us
finally, finally that we know you can get to know from them how to actually manage our financial, incomes and whatnot properly from today onwards.
Right.
So thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
So we are going to take a short break before we wrap up for today. Let's take a look at what's happening in the Hot Happenings segment.